So tonight we're going to be talking about the company, learning more about who you guys are and what you do here in the Richmond area and why you do it, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So to kick us off, some of the viewers that may be watching this, maybe they're not familiar with your company. I'd love to be able to learn a little bit more about what inspired you to create this company.
So I've spent about 30 years in the construction industry, and I've seen everything from top quality contractors to people who are con artists. So,
Okay.
over the years we've put a formula together that I thought would really work well. And when 2022 came along and I moved out of my last job, I decided it was time for us to take a swing for the fences. And so here we are.
Hey, that's awesome. What is your biggest motivation for this? I mean, you share about, seeing a variety of workmanship and then being inspired to kind of get out there and take a swing at it. What's the motivation?
So I got a 17-year-old daughter who inspires me quite a bit. And, I've always believed in trying to shoot for excellence in everything we do. So this was my chance to really try to carve out my own notch and move forward in my own way.
That's awesome. What's been your biggest obstacles as you say you started in 2022 with this and taking that step out? What's been the biggest obstacles you've come across?
Honestly, coming into this business, I had 30 years of construction experience, but I had 0 years as a business owner experience.
Yeah.
So it's been, a very interesting learning curve, but we've linked up with a lot of the right people, and they've given us a lot of guidance. And we've taken being rookies and turned that into really being a proficient company that's here to help our customers.
Absolutely. Well, 30 years experience wouldn't be a rookie, so that's pretty awesome. Taking that step definitely comes with different variables that you got to work through, though. How is your company set apart from other organizations and companies here in Richmond area?
Well, like a lot of contractors here in Richmond, we're going to offer you quality work. We're going to give you customer service, but we offer you a little beyond that in the sense that we kind of view working with us as an investment loop.
Okay.
So, we understand that you're making an investment in your home, or you're making an investment by building your home, and, you come and you trust us with that investment. But after that, every job that we do for every customer will also be an investment here in the Richmond community as we turn around and serve a community that supports us.
Okay, so not just working in the community, but really being a part of the community.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. What makes Modern Richmond Building Company special? Like you talked about your support in the community and being involved. What else makes it special?
Well, I feel like our intentions are really somewhat unique. When we come to your house, we come to see what you need, what it is that you're looking for. We're not looking to sell you, upsell you on something that we don't need. We're here to give you what you need, what you're looking for. We're here to listen and take what you tell us and turn it into a viable project that you can be proud of for years to come.
In respect to what really makes your company special or set apart from the other companies that people could reach out to, do you build on the owner's land? Do you work with purchasing land? How does that work for your company?
So we try to give any customer any avenue that they need. So we can build on their land if that's what they want to do. If they want to find land, we have realtors that can help them locate the land that they want and purchase the land. Of course, we'll build on that.
Yeah.
From time to time, we have a lot sitting around that we want to build on, and we're going to probably, build the house out and put it up for sale. So, you may have some brand new, ready-made Modern Richmond homes ready to go.
That's awesome. Very cool. So you build homes, custom homes. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? What do you bring to the table?
So Modern Richmond offers design, full construction service, turnkey, and then of course we walk with you after the job is done. So when you call us up, we'll come out and we'll take a look at what you have and listen to the details and what you need.
Yeah.
We'll give you a rough quote based on that conversation. Then we'll offer you the opportunity to go into a design phase with us, and so we'll offer you a design contract, and then that does not obligate you to a build contract. You just, we got to get drawings and stuff together for your project no matter what.
Yeah.
You're free to do with those plans as you choose. The great thing about Modern Richmond Building Company is if you do sign a building contract with us, then we're going to remove the cost of the design from your last invoice.
Okay.
So if you do business with us, you have a free design.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's definitely providing something a little bit unique for your customer. That's awesome. What about ADUs?
ADUs are accessory dwelling units
Okay.
that are usually built in the back of a home, usually anywhere between 400 maybe 600 square feet.
Okay.
And they're used for a number of purposes. For whether it's generational living, your parents are going to come live with you, save them from allowing them to live in dignity at home instead of in a nursing home or assisted living, while also preserving some of their work and the prosperity that they've provided over their lifetime.
Yeah.
Also, we build office spaces. So if you're work at home and you need to get away from the house to do your work, we can build you a small office in the back.
Yeah.
If you have students that are off to college, and you don't want to pay all this money out, so you can show your collection of receipts for all your dormitory charges, you can build this in your backyard and you increase the value of your home and receive equity back out of it at a later date. Some people rent them out.
Okay.
We've even had a number of customers who own their home. Their kids have moved out, they've moved on, and they want to build this ADU in their backyard so that they can rent the main home out and honestly actually pay for their lifestyle and become a second stream of income for them. So
Yeah.
it's very versatile what you can do with them.
Absolutely, it sounds that way. And on top of going for a full custom build, you guys also do garages and things like that. Can you speak to that?
Sure. So, we build anything pretty much residential. So if you need a garage, a detached garage, we build those. We build the ADUs, we'll build additions. We're big on additions. And, of course, we love building new homes. So we're here to serve you, the Richmond community, with whatever they need. If they have construction needs, they just have one number they need to know.
Hey, that sounds like it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it, doesn't it? And it's nice to be able to have one company you can go to, no matter the size project you may be looking at.
Sure.
What about, and you spoke to this a little bit already, but additions? Is there anything you'd like to add or elaborate on of what that could look like?
So we're very versed in building additions and of different sizes for different purposes. So we can come in and whether it's a kitchen addition, a sunroom addition, or you just need some more bedrooms in the house. We can come in and pretty much make whatever you need out of the home, as long as zoning and the city will permit.
That's awesome. It sounds like you guys definitely cover, if not all the bases, at least the majority of them, which is amazing. Do you do renovations then? I mean, if you're building all this, additions, the AUDs, garages, do you guys do renovations?
Yeah, sure. We'd love to do renovations. So we have a team that specializes in the renovations for us. All of our contractors and employees are well informed as to what the protocols are for how to conduct themselves within the customer's home. So even our subcontractors, they've signed a code of conduct that they'll adhere to.
Yeah.
So that everyone will treat you like you're at home and treat you with respect and not put you in a situation where you regret having these people in your house, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it sounds like more than just the renovation, you really are cultivating a certain, culture within your company.
Sure.
And that sounds like it's something that gives a little peace of mind for the customer, bringing them into their house, which can be, a little uncomfortable, but it sounds like you take some of that out and put people at ease. That's amazing. What are some of the common misconceptions that homeowners may have about the construction process? Like, as they're thinking about what they have to do, what do you think some of the, hesitations or misunderstandings that they face?
Well, honestly, as simple as it sounds, a lot of people think what we're doing is just easy or not that difficult.
Okay.
When in reality, when creating a higher end product and experience for the customer, it's a lot of moving parts.
Okay.
A lot of obstacles that you'll overcome to get the job done. So, as the guys work through the process, we make sure that we take care of each step along the way, and make sure that we don't, fall behind in the category. We don't want we don't want people to come in and find a razor blade sitting on the floor and their kid crawling around, the kitchen floor. So we take care to clean up. We make sure there's no hazards left behind. We make sure that we're out of the house in a timely manner so that the family can enjoy, their time together. And we make sure that we're there early and ready on time in the morning so we can get as much done as possible.
Absolutely. How does Modern Richmond Building Company overcome some of the challenges like that you spoke to? You obviously you have your crew conducting themselves in a manner that matches the culture of your company. But beyond that, how are you guys ensuring that these challenges are approached, overcome, and the customer is satisfied and you guys are able to do a good job?
So we've got layers of accountability for every job. The first layer is going to be the project lead who's on the site. He's going to be the on-site manager of everything that's going on.
Okay.
Also, we'll have a superintendent who comes around, looks at the job, checks on the job, makes sure it's running smoothly. And then I still come to each job. I try to get to each job once a week.
Okay.
That way I can put my eyes on it. I can know that we're meeting the expectations that we've promised. And, we can make contact with the homeowner, make sure that, everything is moving the direction that they wanted to see.
Absolutely. So even as the owner, I know you're probably extremely busy, you're still taking that time to go out to each job and put eyes on it yourself.
Yeah, honestly, over the years that we've been in business, the favorite part of it all has really been the relationships that we've created along the way.
It's awesome.
I've actually... A number of our customers are still friends. I have them in my phone number. We call them up. We hang out on weekends sometimes.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's not a transactional situation. We're really here to come through for you and make sure that you loved every step of the process.
Hey, that's amazing. What's something that you've come across that's helped shape your approach to this industry? Obviously, the Modern Richmond Building, you said you started in 2022, but you have 30 years of experience. So you've seen a lot already.
Indeed. I'll tell you, man, I went to a sales meeting one time and spoke with a very nice elderly lady. And after the sales meeting was over, when I was walking out, the lady asked me, how much would I charge to replace her roof? Okay. And I looked at the roof and I realized that the roof was new. I didn't understand why she was asking me. I said, told her it'd probably be around $10,000-$12,000, give or take. But the roof was in great shape, so why would she ask me that? And she was shaking her head. She was upset, and she says, "I paid $22,000.
Wow.
To replace my roof," and I was shocked. I couldn't believe what I had heard. And I asked her why did she do that, and I realized that maybe I could have been a little more sensitive there, but. She told me that the reality was she didn't know who to call.
Yeah.
She doesn't know about roofing.
Yeah.
And she just called the name at the top of the list, which was a national brand builder.
Yeah.
And they came in and they robbed her blind.
Wow.
That's why Modern Richmond Building Company has set out to really be a hometown builder.
Okay.
So our marketing agencies here in Richmond, Virginia. Our vendors are here in Richmond, Virginia. Our subcontractors, obviously our employees, our administrative connections and everything are all founded in Richmond whenever possible.
Okay.
We source materials from Richmond. We source materials from Virginia if at all possible. We try to support the local economy along with the community as well.
Yeah. So it sounds like for her, they were able to take advantage of her lack of knowledge, but it sounds like one of your approaches is really walking with your clients so that they can understand what the process is going to look like. Do you find that educating your client or, being willing to inform them and walk with them has, produced better relationships?
Oh, absolutely. People just want to kind of understand what's happening. I mean, you're making a major investment in your biggest investment, and taking the time to make sure that they understand the process and what to expect is very key. If you don't let people know what's going to happen, then it becomes just a major imposition.
Yeah.
So we really try to make sure that we take care of you at the home, and then of course again afterward when the job is done.
Absolutely. uh, home construction and renovation projects can deeply it can be deeply personal projects for your clients, right? So how do you earn and maintain trust with your clients? Like one of the things we just talked about was your willingness to kind of walk with them, make sure they understand, but I imagine it goes beyond just that, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I tell you, it really comes down to doing what you say you'll do.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people will tell you, you know, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and then something else is what happens, and it's hard to trust that. So we really take the time to follow through on our word, make sure that we are doing what we say that we'll do. We try to make sure that as things arise, problems come up, that we address them in a way where it works for everyone, instead of just looking out for our own interests and leaving you short, feeling shorted at the end of the job.
Yeah. It sounds definitely like the sense of community within your company really goes into really how you navigate clients, materials, everything. Not just doing work here in the Greater Richmond area, but being a part of the Greater Richmond area. So it sounds like community is very important for you.
Absolutely.
So you've been alluding to it, throughout these questions. But what does the customer service experience look like for Modern Richmond Building Company?
Well, you're going to start off with someone answering the phone for you. That's always nice. You
Yep.
call somebody, get an answer machine, on to the next one, right? So we're here to answer the phone for you because we want you to know you have our attention.
Okay.
We're going to try to work with you each step of the way, make sure that we can move through the process quickly for you. Or if you need to slow it down, we can slow it down for you. But we're here to customize every experience. Once we've able to get you through the design process, and we've gotten everything quoted, and you signed a bill contract, we go right to work.
Okay.
Even if it's 2 months before we're going to be able to break ground, we begin our pre-construction process, where we very thoroughly organize the entire job. We take care of all the takeoffs. We make sure all the orders are ready to go. A schedule's created. All subcontractors are contacted. And we have a few methods that I got to kind of keep a little close, but we make sure that we're able to schedule things and keep things moving for you, so that when we show up to the job, we don't have to figure out the job. All we have to do is execute on the plan that's already been put together. So that allows us to be at your job and in your home for less time, and in the end, make less of an imposition on your life. While we're going through the construction process, you'll be informed about everything that's happening and is about to happen. So you should hear about the week that has occurred, and you should hear about the week that is coming, so you'll know what to expect. We always have a number of walkthroughs throughout the job, because we really want you to have the chance to sound off on what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And if there's any corrections that need to be made, we'd rather make them in the process than try to fix them a little bit later. So you really get an opportunity to navigate the project with us, instead of just being at our mercy and
Yeah.
do what we tell you is going to happen. We're here to serve you instead.
It sounds like you guys really take the time to foster a sense of teamwork with the client, to where it's not just, two parties involved. It becomes one party, and you walk with them through that. I imagine for your clients, them having that kind of, weekly updates and really being informed of what's going on probably brings a little bit of ease to their mind as well. It then allows you guys to be more intimate in the projects, to make sure that you're meeting the expectations of your clients. So that sounds like it matters a lot for the company.
Sure.
Yeah, also, absolutely. So can you give us an example of one job that really stands out, that you're proud of, that you guys have accomplished already?
I'll tell you, we just finished, closed on the American Legion administrative offices in Colonial Heights.
Okay.
What was it, Friday?
Okay.
We were very proud to do this job. For American Legion's obviously a great group of veterans, very supportive of the community as well. So we were happy to jump in there and give them a hand. And
Yeah.
it's interesting when you have, two customers, two people who you need to make happy. But
Yeah.
in this case, we were able to satisfy 780 customers.
Wow.
Each member of the post, right?
Yeah.
But they were fantastic. They're great to work with. We're definitely a great group of people.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a decent amount of people to make happy. So, and American Legions, that's a great project. So you said that was in Colonial Heights.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. As you talk about the American Legions, you really light up. So what's your favorite part about this job?
if it's not getting to meet the people and make friends along the way,
Yeah.
then it really is the community service that we put on the back end of it.
Okay.
People in the community are oftentimes just super appreciative that people are out there and take the time to care and then think about them. You know, you sit there and you go out, you spend a little bit of time out of your schedule, and then you make a real difference to somebody, you know, and getting to see that and making those relationships, and then seeing them later as things are improving for them, and
Yeah.
you know, getting to follow up with them. That's pretty valuable. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. It sounds like it's less of you know, growing a company and more of the impact that you get to make while you grow.
Yeah, really, the company drives the impact, you know. But construction is our way, and you know, we're going to take it for all we can. You know, we believe in excellence in everything we do, so it's definitely going to come through on our projects.
Awesome. So I've heard that Modern Richmond Building Company is only going to be building 12 houses next year. What's going on there?
Sure. So, you know, we decided that quality is going to take precedence over quantity.
Okay.
So we really want the homeowners to have a quality experience, again, with the pre-construction, the opportunity to select their finishes and stuff, not be rushed through the design process.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to rush through the build. We want to build a house that they're proud of for the next 20, 30 years. It's talking about how fantastic they haven't had a problem.
Come on.
You know, so we want them to tell their friends and family, you know, like, hey, we really found the people who came in and were very thorough in what they're doing for us. So, you know, if we build 12 houses, then we can pretty easily make sure that we're paying attention, make sure we're dotting all our I's and crossing our T's for everyone,
Yeah.
and giving them that optimum experience.
That's amazing. So you guys could build more, but you're actively choosing not to, it sounds like.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, really what we want to do is we want to be known for quality.
Okay.
If you know us for quality, then you know it's a good call for you to make. So that's going to be our approach. That's how we're going to grow the company, and that's how we're going to present ourselves to the city of Richmond.
That sounds amazing. Does that same mentality carry over to the other services that your company provides?
Absolutely. I don't care if I don't care what we're doing for you. Every job is as important as the other. So we're not going to neglect any jobs. Even if we're just doing a siding replacement on your house, we're going to give you the absolute top of quality from the beginning all the way to the end.
So what are some popular trends that you're seeing taking place within the industry here in the Richmond area?
Well, you know, as we spoke earlier, you know, ADUs are really taking off.
Okay.
So Modern Richmond Building Company likes to be creative in their approach. So we've got a lot of things happening in design right now. We're going to be designing homes that are addition ready, so that when you build the house, you know that you're going to add on to it later. You know, your family's going to grow or whatever. Yeah. The house is ready to receive the addition, which will save you thousands of dollars when it comes time to build that addition. We're also we're designing homes with ADUs actually built into the home. So now if, you know, your parents needed a place to stay or whatever, you're not having to fight with permitting. You'll have a space in the home ready for them. They give them some privacy to give you some space as well. And it'll all be within the footprint of the home. So
that's awesome.
You know, obviously we're also working in aging in place. So if you feel like this is your forever home and you want to prepare it for, you know, when you'll be older and not quite as nimble, then, you know, we can design and build exactly for that purpose as well.
That's awesome. So it sounds like one of the initiatives that you're taking as an organization is to recognize these trends and then preemptively kind of help your client prepare for them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We want to take our knowledge of the construction industry, the structural aspect of it all, and really do everything that we can to bring value to every client.
And it sounds like that still, you know, continues to build on the culture of the company that you're describing, where it's not just, you know, them hiring your company to do a job, but really teaming together to complete a vision.
Absolutely.
For residents considering a major remodel or addition, what would you encourage them to consider as they're looking at that project?
Well, you know, who builds it really is the most important factor.
Okay.
So even if you choose not to call Modern Richmond Building Company, make sure that you're hiring a contractor that is licensed appropriately for the work that's being done. Make sure that they're insured. Make sure that the state, they don't have any issues with the state. There's no judgments against them.
Yeah.
And that'll really let you know whether or not, they'd be your first step in finding out that you're dealing with a quality contractor. I'd say that if you don't feel very comfortable with your contractor, call another contractor.
Okay.
This is going to be a process, and it's going to take a little bit of time. And if you guys already aren't quite hitting it off, it's not going to get better.
Okay.
So make sure that you feel good about the person who's coming to your house and making you a lot of promises about what they're going to do and how they're going to spend your hard-earned money.
So I like how you phrase that. Like, even if they don't choose your company, you're offering this information. I think that speaks to really the heart behind the company, right? It's the client focus. It's not pick your company, you're the best, even though you may be. It's more so like, these are the things that you need to look out for. And even if you're not choosing Modern Richmond, you can hear the care that you have for your neighbors and the community focus that you really build into the company. What are the some of the biggest challenges that you're facing right now within the construction industry?
There's a lot of volatility in the pricing of products, and everything's expensive. Yeah. So sometimes it's hard you can't quite give that price that you would like to give a customer, because at the end of the day, it's not realistic.
Okay.
We've been looking to source new products, new vendors. Again, mostly if at all possible from the Virginia area, so that we can, make sure that we're avoiding tariffs and complications that, nobody really needs in the project.
Yeah.
We're always looking for, cutting edge materials. We travel around the country a few times a year, going to different expos, going out and actually getting the latest and greatest and bringing it back to Richmond instead of just waiting for the trend to find its way here. So we're really out there trying to bring the modern to Modern Richmond Building Company as well.
So you talk about traveling and trying to bring those trends back to the Richmond area even before they maybe get here organically. How do you said like some of the expos and things like that, like how does your company stay forward focused, identifying trends even before they reach us here locally in order to stay ahead of the game?
So, we've been privileged to be members of a few organizations that have been very helpful to us. We're members of the Home Building Association of Richmond, members of the Home Building Association of Virginia, and the National Association of Home Builders. So we're able to get a huge amount of data about the market, what people are looking for, what's trending, what's worked and what hasn't worked. By doing that, that really gives us a lot of direction, not only in what we're building, the way that we want to build it, but also the items that, products that we recommend and bring to the customer's attention.
Yeah. You had mentioned earlier that, the material cost, definitely impacts the price point that you can offer for your client. I know that during COVID, we saw, high inflation on materials. Has the market come back down to a plateau, or are you still seeing a spike? What does that look like?
It's up and down quite a bit, more up than down.
Yeah.
Right. But, at times you'll see a bit of relief coming in, but right now it's been pretty tough. We've been lucky enough to work with some good partners that we've been in touch with for some time, and they've been working with us on special pricing and stuff like that, so that we can try to, again, just bring the value back to the homeowner and give them what they want hopefully without being exorbitant costs.
So it sounds like in our day now where these material prices are still inflated, we're still seeing lumber costing more. You're taking time as a company to identify partners that can provide these materials at a reduced cost, but instead of maybe taking that as a higher profit, you're passing that savings on to your client.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'd love to hear more about your company's, core values. So, obviously you're very passionate. This is a lot more, than just building homes or additions. I'd love to hear more about that.
So our core values, are to be inspirational first and foremost. So when we come to your home, we want you to know that we're happy to be there. We don't want our guys dragging in, like they just got off work and they're tired and they don't really want to be there. So we wanted you to understand that we appreciate being there, and we're going to put the effort into same effort into building a house. We always believe in being accountable. So we want to, if a mistake is made, it's construction, it happens.
Yeah.
But the difference between us and a lot of people is we'll take the time, we'll make it right for you, we'll do so quickly, because we want to be accountable for what we do. We believe in being transparent, right? So the transparency is there because we want you to understand that we're here to do what we say we're going to do. I think that goes further with people than anything else that we offer as a single aspect. So of course we also practice excellence in everything that we do. We try to pay attention to even the smallest details because we know that when you walk in a room and something catches your eye and it's not quite right, if we don't fix it, it's going to catch your eye every time you walk in the room, and that's going to be the main characteristic of your project.
Yeah.
So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're executing with excellence and coming through in every aspect of the job without cutting corners.
Yeah, it definitely sounds you guys on a core level try to give it everything, no matter what the job is.
That's right.
That's awesome. How do you, with that concept of giving, every job, no matter the size of the job, what you may be doing, giving it everything, operating in excellence, that really leads to how do you ensure that high quality? I mean, you've touched on it, the idea of, walking through with your clients and being able to take that time, even as busy as you are, to make sure that you're showing up weekly at the jobs. How do you continue to ensure that high quality service?
So we have a number of technologies that kind of help us along the way.
Okay.
Our project leads will be taking pictures of the work that's being done, and those are filtered back to me every day, or the production manager, so that everyone can take a look, see what's been done that day, see if there's any questions that need to be asked, any clarifications that need to be made. That communication's also kept with the customer, so they get a chance to sound off on what they think, what they're seeing, what they like, what they don't like, and we course correct in order to make everything work the way that they need it to work.
Yeah.
And again, we hire only guys who are going to bring you that quality. If we've got somebody and they're not showing the skills to be able to bring you that quality, we're not going to keep them around. We'll go work for my competition. We're here to bring you the best.
Yeah. So with that being said, I mean, really ensuring that your customer is satisfied and that the work is a high level of quality. What kind of warranty do you guys offer?
So we try to be leading the industry with a 10-year major structural warranty. Most companies will give you a 1-year manufacturer warranty, one year on craftsmanship, and then after that 1 year, they're gone.
Yeah.
We build to a standard which we feel like we are going to be able to walk a little further along with you than that. Major structural warranties are going to cover, any kind of defects that you might have in your materials and things like that, where contractors typically don't take responsibility for. They didn't make it, it's not my problem. Well, we're offering you an opportunity to be covered even with your materials that are built into the job. So if later on, if you find that the materials are faulty, then it's covered, and you give us a call, we come out, we see what the situation is, and we get it fixed for you.
That's awesome. So, I mean, a 10-year structural warranty when, competitors are only offering you maybe a 1, that means you guys are really confident with the level of service and the quality of your work to be able to provide that for your clients.
We did not come to play.
Hey, I like that. So what's the, what's on the horizon? You guys, obviously, you're setting out next year to build 12 homes. What else is on the agenda for?
We're going to start implementing these new designs. We're going to start implementing some custom designs, some ideas that I had back when we started this company. We're getting into a great position to be able to bring those around and bring them to fruition. And I think Richmond's going to really respond. Again, we try to be creative in what we do.
Yeah.
We try to never be average in anything that we do. And, we're always looking for a different angle. We're even coming up with a couple of investment opportunities, a program, where homeowners, private investors can participate in investing in real estate if they want to do it, and maybe help create a passive income for homeowners here in the Richmond area.
I'm definitely thinking outside of just the contemporary box, putting that modern in modern Richmond.
Yes, sir.
Your company motto is community through building. How significant is community involvement and local partnership building and just the overall, to your overall growth strategy? How does that play a role?
Well, we know that we know that people appreciate being able to support the community and doing business with a company who's community oriented. But it's more than just that. It's not a gimmick. It's not a propaganda for us. It's heartfelt. You know, I didn't come up with the best of circumstances. You know, and I've seen a number of things that I remember and I particularly didn't appreciate, and I'm here to be able to. I'm blessed to be able to come out, work hard, work with the community to battle against these very same things that I dealt with when I was younger. So it's also a personal journey for me. So I really appreciate the opportunities when people call us, trust us enough to allow us to come and take care of their project and their construction needs, and then turn around and invest in the community on top of it. I mean, I'm living a dream, man. I really am.
That's amazing. So you guys obviously have a lot going on right now. You have, next year planned with 12 houses. What are some of the long-term goals that you have for your company?
I'd like to be known as the highest quality home builder in the area. I want people who just don't want to have to worry about it to give us a call and they know that we're going to take care of it for them. And as far as community goes, we're hoping to institute a few programs that will, be ongoing and serve the community at large. Aside from that, we just want to provide great jobs. We want to do great work, and we want to impact the community in the construction industry in a positive manner, and maybe bring a new standard or revive a standard that has been somewhat forgotten.
So Joel, how long have you been in this industry?
So I started as a framer's helper when I was 17 years old.
Okay.
I've been plugging away ever since. So about 30 years we've been hands-on with the industry.
Oh, that's amazing. And we know that Modern Richmond Building Company is more than just a construction-based company. You really have a heart for the community. Is that rooted in something deeper? What's the why that really keeps you moving forward and building something not just for your own gain or for the gain of your family, but really for the gain of the community as a whole?
I have no interest in just trying to build some great life for myself and not understand that where I came from and understand how to turn back around. So it's been very personal to me to be able to not just have this company. I never thought that, I never thought I'd own anything of value, So to be able to own this company, operate this company, work with the people that we do, it's been very surreal. And then to be able to turn around and really give back to the community and see the faces of the people that we're impacting, see the appreciation in the community. It really makes me feel like, I've righted some wrongs from my past, and it really allows me to be very content in what we do. I'm not satisfied to be able to sit on a bunch of money and say, look what we did.
Yeah.
I want to show, have something to show for what we've done and for it to be meaningful.
So not only for your clients are you providing, very high level of service, a very intimate walkthrough of the project itself, but when they partner with you for whatever, maybe a custom build, an addition or a garage, they're not only going to get, a great outcome within that project, but they're also going to be helping by working with you because your company does pour back into the community. What ways does your company get involved with the community?
So, we help support back to school drives, toy drives, coat drives. Sometimes we'll just, if there's no other specific theme to it, we'll just go out and have a party, cook up some food. We like to partner with Awaken Church RVA, who's been very helpful and instrumental in helping us find a lot of the connections that we've had to be able to serve the community and the venues that we've participated in. Being able to do that, I think really solidifies being able to be a hometown builder. We don't want to just be a construction community, or we don't want to be a construction company in the community. We want to be part of the community. We want to be integrated with the city.
Yeah.
Now, 20 years later, we still want that reputation to be there.
So not just building homes, but really building community.
That's right.
Hi, Nick Jenkins. I'm here with Mr. Orlando from Modern Richmond Building Company. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. So I want to ask a question. For Modern Richmond currently, are you guys hiring? And if so, what positions are you looking for?
We're absolutely hiring. We're looking for currently a superintendent and project lead.
What kind of professional development opportunities does Modern Richmond provide for its team?
So we offer different types of training. First and foremost, we want to make sure that our employees know that there's growth opportunities in our company.
Okay.
So they don't not only have on-the-job training, but we take a step back and try to understand and observe where they may be able to grow in the company.
Okay.
So that will round out, the trajectory of their learning, right, or
Yeah.
their training. So continuing education is truly important to us. You spend a lot of time at work, right? So we want to make sure that our employees feel that they're appreciated. And one way that we believe that this is displayed is through continuing education and growth opportunities. We have goals for each employee. We have goals for the company. But we don't only look at our goals as a company for the employees. We try to understand what are their professional goals, what are their personal goals, and what are their financial goals, right? Everybody goes to work for a reason.
Yeah.
They may want a new car. They may want to buy a new home. They may need to keep their kids in school or have daycare. We really want to understand the whole employee because they're part of us. They're part of our team. So all training, all growth is driven from what does the employee want to get out of this?
Yeah. So we know Modern Richmond Building has a huge focus on community, and it sounds like within the company, within your team, it's not just a community, it's really a little bit more intimate, almost like a family, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we are a family.
That's awesome.